I pledge allegiance to my swag, that I be getting money and my bitches be bad. Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to my swag, that I be getting money and my bitches be bad. Yeah, I be shining on them. Haters, we shining on them. Haters, we shining on them. Yeah, I be shining on them. Niggas, we shining on them. Niggas, we shining on them. Bitches, we shining on them. Bitches, we shining on them. Yeah, money on the kitchen table, bosses at the chair. Talking dollar signs, getting money over here. We getting money over here. How about you, hater? All my niggas eating that. Everybody pay up. I say bell money, check. Lawyer money, check. Goons on deck, they all checks. Wet, yes sir. That dirty money get you heard about it. Nigga, I know you heard about it. I know you heard about it. Neck, credit wet. Buy a bitch a Louis bag. Tell her put that work in there. Transport like through a can.
Beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day. Welcome to Experience Black Transformations. My name is Marissa, also known as Miss Black, and this is Tea with Miss Black. So I just decided, just now, that I am going to let you know that this is something that I'm going to be doing more regularly, but I'm not going to have a consistent theme or schedule like I feel like some would like me to have. I've been trying to do that for quite some time, but I found that when I go with the flow, that didn't just work out beautifully. So, being that that's something that I'm here to teach, I gotta practice, of course, practice what I'm teaching. So with that being said, welcome. If this is your first time, you may have seen me before. I just wasn't, looking like I'm looking with my blessed crown. Like my hair. You've seen it a lot. If you've seen me a lot, I cut it. I gave girlfriend a haircut. I like her, So yeah, if you would like to shop black, I encourage you to do that at the Experience Black boutique on marissablack.com. Just go to retail therapy, and I have some lovely, lovely, lovely things there for you along the lines of beauty and health. I'm really big on both. So as we go through this journey and I warm up to doing this and you warm up to me and, we all good in the hood, then I'll share more with you all as to my perspective on these things, when it comes to health and beauty. I've been very blessed and fortunate to have had the career that I've had in this industry. I'm at a place where I am learning a lot, about my journey to getting here and why everything that happened had to happen the way that it did for me to, be able to have the sound mind, peace, and, everything that I'm so grateful that I have at this time, during these times, because I see very clear the vision. It's more clear now than it's ever been. And I feel like the only reason that is the case, that is what my experience is at this time, is because I made the decision to, let go of pride, my ego. Excuse me, although my ego does like to peek its head out here and there, that's healthy. That's healthy. But I keep it in check though. And I think that's the thing that we all need to do a better job at, and that can be done through practicing self-awareness. Just recognizing that, yes, we are spiritual beings. Within this body, there is a soul, there's a spirit. And that part of you is the oldest part of you, if that makes sense. Um, it's been here a few times, learned a few things, um, had different experiences, and we in spirituality and science are getting to a place where we're being forced to look at that and acknowledge it and respect it. That's what is taking place at this time. Um, because all the lies that we have been conditioned to believe for a very long time now is so far from the truth. It's amazing. So with that being said, you're gonna see a lot of great teachers showing up on the scene, and I like to keep it real here. I don't know it all. I've just been what I like to call a master student throughout my life, as young as I can remember. And I have a little file cabinet system, and in my brain where I have taken in information from environmental things, science, metaphysics, geography, and different areas of existence. Then with education and technology. So with that being said, I've been pretty much taking this downtime to just be still and acknowledge, just express gratitude to the Most High God and recognize that I could not have done this on my own. There's no way. So just being in a space of just taking all of that in on top of all the other things that are still taking place in the world, and having awareness, just to stay aware, but not letting that disable or distract me from my mission and purpose. So I'm feeling like that is what I'm supposed to be sharing here at this time for others who may find themselves in a similar situation. Because what I've noticed throughout my journey is I've met different people, whether it was someone I went to school with, someone I met that I worked with, someone that I just ended up connecting with and becoming friends with, someone I dated. Like, I've noticed that I've always had a connection where myself and another person, the person that I'm in a relationship with or relating to, we have similarities within our, lives. And with us having those similarities within, our individual lives, we can compare things and learn from one another, which helps us to evolve and grow. So with that being said, I've been very fortunate to have connected with some amazing people on my journey who have been able to allow me to use it, be a mirror for them and for them to be a mirror for me, and just being able to see my greatness within them and their greatness mirroring. So that was a message that I did get this week when I did an energy reading, which inspired me to title it "What Is Love?" So pretty much part one, I think that was, today is what, Saturday, so I believe that was Wednesday or Thursday. It was Thursday, I did a reading and the camera shut off, and it was because I ran out of space on my device. So I left the cards out and I came back to it, Friday, yesterday, and elaborated on, the additional insight that I got from, source, and just being able to compare it to my personal experiences to, make even more sense for someone. And with doing that now today, I feel like it's all coming home. I did another reading before I did before I turned the camera on earlier, and that was more or less a personal one, just for me to look in on, you know, my current situation, because I am moving forward, you know, and I've been moving forward for quite some time now, like taking baby steps for very responsible reasons. So with me taking my baby steps, it's time to take a big girl step. So that's what, you know, all of this is. So yeah, I'm being more open and direct about why I'm here, you know, my purpose and mission that I am aware of, you know, have been aware of for quite some time, but it's not one of those things that you necessarily, you know, hey, I'm an essential worker. Hey, this is me. This is what I do, you know, just trying to protect the children and, you know, provide the resources that can help us to have more stable family structure, you know, structuring families so that the children can grow up and make the world a little bit better than it is now, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. But whatever it is, I feel like we at least deserve to give them a chance, you know, especially those that have been going around doing all the fucking to create them. Especially you. I'm going to do a reading now. All right. It is 2:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, August 22nd, 2020. I have an abundance energy meditation playing in the background. And this is my space holder, my beautiful Reverend Harry Davis Sr., my uncle, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I pray all is well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so our first card that comes out is going to give us our overall energy. Our second card, which will go to the right of that card, is going to be our past experiences. All right, so the first card that jumps out, our overall energy, is the Ace of Swords. Our next card is going to be our past experience. The next card is going to be our opportunity for growth, or our present thing that we should be focused on. And this is going to be our possible outcomes. Ace of Swords, a truth about a new beginning is coming through. It's grounded in truth. Someone's getting crowned. For standing up for truth. The Lovers. We had the Lovers come out the other day. So the Lovers is in our past experiences. That's Gemini energy. I also like to align that with self-love energy because I don't want us to be focused on, people outside of us and relationships, although those are important. All right, we have 2 cards here. The first one is Judgment. For our opportunity for growth is Judgment. And our 6 of Wands, this is a victory. This is telling us that we are going to be victorious for our future possibilities. Let me start here. With all this truth being shared, a lot of people are not only getting enlightened, but in that enlightenment, they are being presented with the opportunity to experience freedom. Freedom is going to come in different forms for different people. It could be freedom physically. There are some people that are currently enslaved or imprisoned. There are people that are mentally enslaved, where they are, trapped in an illusion, which has them trapped in situations and experiences that they really don't want to be in. There are some situations where people are emotionally enslaved. So all these different areas that could show up, but what I'm seeing is a cutting through of truth coming through from different people, that are aligning with divine energy, and 144,000 is showing up. But these teachers that are going to we have teachers in all different areas of life. I'm talking about from, in science and medicine, and when it comes to the environment and agriculture, and we have some great teachers in all the areas that are needed to save the world, which is what we need right now, to save the world. Because we did just have, or are in the midst of, who knows, a pandemic crises that we need some kind of saving from, don't we? We need some restoration, So there are people that are allowing God to use them, soldiers that are coming to help people that are oppressed or under the illusion of oppression, that has them playing out in reality depression, and it looks different for everyone. For many, it looks like obvious addictions, and addictions are across the board. From shopping to eating to spending money to, I say shopping, to sex to, you know, gambling, like alcohol, drugs. Addiction is addiction. Working out. So with that being said, I feel like I was saying earlier this week when the Lovers came out, the importance of this is finding balance. When I feel like we get to the point of I'm talking to enough people that have this individually, then I will talk about, a partner, people connecting with a partner. Because a lot of people need to just take a time out right now, and not be trying to think about having a relationship with another human being until they can really focus on the relationship that they have with themselves. Because until that relationship has the repair work, the restoration, the all the shit that it needs, until that is done, you're gonna attract and have relationships with people that are only gonna mirror you, and it's gonna hurt. Now, you know what? Don't take my word for this. Do you? I'm just speaking from experience. So, the Lovers, love yourself first, then others. And when we do that, we can have healthy, happy relationships. The judgment being our opportunity for growth, I feel like this is going to be, I'm seeing social media is coming to mind right now if we're going to connect this to real life. Like I seen a video earlier with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, just wanting to hear their perspective of their recent project and what accolades or whatever they got from for that body of work, and just listening, not judging, just listening and observing what I'm looking at and taking into account what I've seen throughout my life journey. And I hope I didn't get lipstick on my tooth. But what I've seen throughout my life journey, and then seeing patterns, recognizing patterns. So I'm being inspired now to talk about Organized Goddess 11. For those of you that are not familiar with that, that is one of my Instagram channels where I created that pretty much to inspire women to connect with their divine feminine energy. That is something that I've been on a journey doing myself for quite some time. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in detail as to things that have helped me tap into my feminine energy. But we're going to get back to this judgment card right now. I was able to observe and recognize some of the things that were expressed, and having a higher, greater understanding of wisdom, from wisdom that I've acquired in my life, recognizing where they are in their journey and recognizing when I was once, where they are currently. And rather than, condemning them, I'd rather, send compassion to them, because when I was in their shoes, I didn't have a million people looking at me. And I'm saying a million, you have millions of people around the world looking at you through your ups and downs. So with that, you're getting criticism, judgment from, all these, the peanut gallery, all the, people in the world that have these accounts on these apps that, have an opinion and feel like their opinion matters and they need to tell you, whether it's good, bad, or different. So with that, that's what's coming to me. And being that I typically talk to, in most cases, leaders or artists or creatives, people much like myself inspiring business professionals, entrepreneurs, people that are committed to personal development. With that being said, it's now time for many of these people that I usually connect and talk to put themselves out there, for the world to see them, those teachers that I was talking about, and, having more people aware of who you are so that you're able to touch more people. But with that, you have to be prepared for the peanut gallery, the criticism, the judgment, and all that stuff that we're going to get from the unevolved people. It's going to be part of what comes with it. But with that, you have to have so much love within who you are. Whether you have a partner, a life partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Whether you have someone or not, you need to be this solid for you, a whole person with, your divine masculine and divine feminine energy within you in check, grounded and balanced. I'm only speaking from experience. So with that, when we have that, then when these people people doing people shit, you can laugh at them and keep it moving because you already know who you are, what you're here to do. Leader, business professional, mentor, superstar, great artist or athlete, because things are getting back to normal. I said back to normal, but you know what I meant. Things are moving forward. We're moving forward with a new vision, and everyone doesn't have the same vision. And we have to remember that and be okay with that. And let people be people, saying, doing, and being who they are. But not let that stop you from knowing who you are. And staying in alignment with truth from the Most High God. And with doing that, victory is always going to be yours. You may have some obstacles and some hurdles and challenges and heartbreaks and heartaches along the way. But this says it right here. Your future possibilities. As long as you stay in alignment with truth. All right. So I'm going to pause this and come back for a part 2, where I am going to clarify, the energy do around with our Osho Zen Tarot deck, and do a Soul's Journey lesson and Angels of Abundance Oracle message that will be available on Experience TV, which can be found on www.marissablack.com. So if you are stopping here, this message was enough for you, you got what you needed, then great, and see you next time. But if you would like a little bit more elaboration or clarity or insight, I encourage you to come on over to Experience TV. All right, thank you. Till next time.